Hello, my name is Kunal and this is Conversation Corner. Today I wanted to talk to you about personality courses and whether you should even take one or not. Now, when we talk about personality, what we're talking about is who we are essentially in the eyes of other people. That's basically what a personality boils down to, a certain persona, if you would want to put it that way. I have seen that during the past few years, a lot of personality coaching taking place or courses on teaching how to develop a certain kind of personality. And before you go ahead and sign up for such a course, I would want to warn you beforehand as to why this may not bring any lasting change. See, any kind of behavior that we display in daily life is a result of the habits we've had so far. If you've not gone and exercised today, if you've not taken a walk, if you didn't go to the gym today, it's because you built a habit of not doing that since a long time. And to expect that tomorrow you'll start and you'll continue this habit for a month might be over ambitious. A personality takes a really long time to build. It's a result of all the influences that you've had in your life so far. It's the result of the books you've read, it's the results of the songs you've listened to, it's a result of the movies you've watched, it's a result of the people you have chose to be around, and it's the result of the actions you've taken so far in your life that have made you a certain way that you are. Now, what is generally promised in the, these personality courses normally is about teaching you how to be more outgoing, more expressive, or more confident, so to speak. And the reason this may not work for a lot of people is that their natural inclination may not be that of a very outgoing person. If I were to divide people into two categories, I would say there are people who are interested in people and there are people who are interested in ideas or things. So, people who are more outgoing tend to be people persons as such, which is why you see a certain class or a category of people who interacts with a lot of people, who has a lot of friends across various socioeconomic backgrounds. And personality courses generally try and give you the promise of making you someone who is more outgoing and more confident, because the current perception is that someone who's more outgoing or someone who's more social is generally perceived to be a more confident person as such. And which is why these courses that say that they'll teach you how to be more outgoing or more social have such a pull on people, and that's why a lot of people sign up for these courses. Now, what I want to tell you here in this video is that you need to really understand who you are before you sign up for such a thing. And the best way to understand who you are is to write down what you do during the day, and to write down what you do during the week and review that, and then check what part of your day was spent talking with people and what part of your day was spent doing activities by yourself. If a large part of your day consists in speaking to people more than doing activities by yourself, there's a good chance that you are naturally outgoing by nature. And if a large part of your day consists in doing things by yourself, let's say you like to read, you like to watch movies or a documentary, then you are more reserved. You're not naturally outgoing. When you sign up for a course that tries to make you outgoing, what is happening is you're forcing yourself to be someone who you're not. You're ideally trying to script certain behavior in yourself so that you can imbibe this and you can be more outgoing. But personal experience has taught me that you will feel fake if you do this for a long time. If your general nature is that of a person who's very reserved, who prefers solitude, you'll find certain inconvenience in trying to adopt the traits of someone who's outgoing, because that's not your natural inclination. Now, I don't want to dissuade you from this completely, and I'm not going to say don't sign up for this course, because sometimes You might be in a job that requires you to be more outgoing and to speak to more people. So if you want to become an extroverted or outgoing person in general, rather than sign up for a course, you might want to think of getting a job in sales, because being in sales requires you to talk to a lot of people. And when you talk to a lot of people, generally you build that trait of becoming more outgoing. Or if you can't sign up for a sales job, I would suggest you try and learn a new language. As you learn a new language, when you need to practice that language, you'll need to practice it with people who speak that language, and as a result, you will become automatically more outgoing to a certain extent. But who you are, in terms of your innate personality, that which is not influenced by society, generally tends to remain very fixed. And this is at birth that it tends to remain fixed. Yes, there are certain aspects of yourself that you can mold or change over time, but certain aspects do remain fixed, and one of those is that of being an introvert or an extrovert. So if you're a generally introverted person, if you're reserved, that's fine. That's not a flaw in and of itself. Although you will hear a lot of people being bothered by that. A lot of people might make comments such as, why don't you smile more often, why don't you interact with more people more often? And you just have to take it in through one year and let it out through the next. It's not a defect that you have, it's just your natural state of being, preferring solitude. So really don't worry so much if you're not an outgoing person by nature. If you want to interact with more people, or if you want to be more social, a good idea would be to try and get a job in sales and marketing, because that makes you outgoing by the very nature of that job. It requires you to talk to more people, and that's how you can overcome any shyness you might have when it comes to speaking to new people, or any hesitation. And that will help change your outlook, or it'll help mold your personality a little, to the extent that you'll be more comfortable in social situations and you won't feel shy talking to new people. So I think that's all I need to tell you as it concerns becoming more outgoing. Let me know if you found this video useful. In the comment section, leave your comments and I'll be happy to reply to as many comments as I can.